Somewhere in the used market right now, there's a listing that doesn't make sense. Same mileage as everything around it, same condition, same clean history, but the price is off, quietly, by thousands. And it's been sitting there for 2 weeks with no explanation. It's not a fluke. It's not one dealer having a bad month. When the 2026 used market data got pulled apart, this same pattern showed up 9 separate times. 9 SUVs, all priced like they belong in a completely different category than the one they're actually in. And most buyers are walking right past every single one of them because they're still shopping like it's 2022, chasing the same 3 badges everybody already trusts and overpaying to do it. Today we're going through all 9, the ones that quietly slipped under $20,000 while nobody was paying attention. And number 3 on this list isn't just another good deal. It's a full luxury nameplate, heated leather, whisper quiet cabin, the badge that usually means you've made it, sitting at compact crossover money. When the data on this one crossed our desk, we checked it twice before we believed it. By the end of this list, you'll know exactly which 9 to look for and which one dealerships are hoping you never notice. Let's get into it. Number 9, Nissan Murano. Start with the one most people dismiss on reputation alone. A recent large-scale reliability study covering over 300 million vehicles ranked this generation among the most reliable midsize SUVs under $20,000. A reliability score north of 7, a quality score above 8. That's not a badge assumption, that's the data. Here's the detail that actually matters. This V6 and CVT pairing is not the same CVT that gave Nissan's smaller models their bad reputation. It's a different application entirely, and it holds up as long as the fluid was changed around the 60,000 mile mark. One buyer comparing this against a 3-row Prestige SUV at the same price chose this instead, purely because the service records were there and the other listings weren't. That's the whole game with used SUVs. The paperwork tells you more than the badge ever will. One thing to flag before moving on, this is a 2-row highway cruiser. If towing or a 3rd row is non-negotiable, this isn't the one. Drop a comment with what you're cross-shopping. It might save you a wasted test drive. Number 8, Subaru Forester. Standard all-wheel drive across the lineup. Some of the best forward visibility of anything on the road, and a naturally aspirated boxer engine with a decade of proven use behind it. Here's a story worth knowing before you ever set foot on a lot. A buyer once brought one of these in convinced a dashboard. Warning light meant an expensive repair was coming. It was a loose gas cap, nothing more. That's how often people talk themselves into repairs that don't exist, and how often a 5-minute check saves a $500 mistake. 2 real checks worth running though. In snowbelt states, get underneath and check the rear subframe and brake lines for rust. That's the actual risk here, not the engine. And like most CVT-equipped SUVs on this list, ask for proof the fluid was serviced. Number 7, Hyundai Tucson. The last model year before the redesign, and it scores near the top of its class for long-term value. A 2.0-liter 4-cylinder, naturally aspirated, nothing turbocharged to worry about. A first-time SUV buyer was once quoted several $1,000s more for a certified compact at a big-name lot than what a lower-mileage non-certified Tucson cost down the street. Same reliability profile, same features. The only difference was the certification fee and the assumption that came with it. Skip the 1.6-liter turbo variant if you're shopping this generation. Check the trunk carpet for moisture, a known sunroof drain issue on some units. And if you hear a faint tick on cold start, that's normal injector noise, not a red flag. Number 6, Honda CR-V. This one earns its reputation the hard way, through data, not hype. Post-2017 models resolve an earlier issue where the 1.5-liter turbo could dilute engine oil in cold climates on short trips. Once that was addressed, this became one of the most dependable compact SUVs on the used market. It's not exciting. That's the point. Reliability data rarely is. The CR-V's entire value proposition is that there's nothing to talk about, which is exactly what you want when it's your money on the line. One real cost to budget for, brake pad wear runs slightly above average here. Figure a few $100s roughly every 40 to 50,000 miles. Small price for the track record that comes with it. Number 5, Hyundai Santa Fe. Same large-scale study from earlier in this list ranked this one among the most reliable 3-row capable SUVs under $20,000, which is exactly why it's here. One quick clarification before anyone gets excited about a 3rd row. This generation is technically a 2-row layout with extra cargo space, not a true 7-seater. If a daily 3rd row is the requirement, the Sorento coming up later solves that. But for space, comfort, and a warranty that transfers to second owners, this is one of the smarter dollars on this entire list. One owner logged a 90-minute daily round-trip commute and crossed 95,000 miles with 0 non-maintenance repair spending. That's not luck. That's what the data predicted. Number 4, Mazda CX-5. This is the one the people who actually track this data have been quietly keeping to themselves. RepairPal rates it 4.5 out of 5 for reliability, the best in its class. Average annual maintenance runs around $447 compared to roughly $573 for the segment average. And the probability of a major repair sits near 8% versus roughly 13% for the average compact SUV. Those aren't marketing numbers. Those are the numbers that decide whether you're paying for gas or paying for a mechanic. One example, a 158,000-mile original owner unit came in for an inspection and there was nothing to report. Original spark plugs still had life left in them. That's not an outlier when the data already told you this engine was built to last. If you're shopping this one, run it hard from 45 to 70 on the highway and feel for any shudder. Early units occasionally need motor mounts, and check the paint around the rear wheel arches. A few early examples had minor adhesion issues. Comment below if you've owned one of these. This is the one we get asked about the most, and it deserves it. Number 3, and this is the one, a genuine luxury SUV, heated leather. A cabin quiet enough that you'll question whether the engine's even running. The badge that usually means you've arrived. Sitting on used lots right now in real numbers for under $20,000. The engine behind it has a documented reputation for a reason. It's the same family of V6 known for running past 300,000 miles on nothing more than oil and filters. No turbo, no timing belt to fail. Chain-driven, built simple, built to last. One buyer was locked in on a $30,000 European SUV before ever seeing the alternative. The comparison wasn't close. A lease return competitor carrying a documented repair estimate before it even hit its first year of ownership. Against this one, same budget range, far less risk. He took the one with the data behind it. To be fair, when this one does need service, expect to pay roughly double what the same repair costs on its more common badge mate. The trade-off is it needs that service far less often. 2 things worth checking before you buy. Run a light across the top of the dash for hairline cracks in hot climate cars. Cosmetic, but useful for negotiating. And get it on a lift to check the rear of the engine for oil seepage. This is the one that made us double-check the numbers. If you've seen one of these priced like this in your area, drop it in the comments. We want to know how far this trend has actually spread. Number 2, Kia Sorento. The V6 versions here run naturally aspirated, chain-driven, paired with a conventional 8-speed automatic. No dual-clutch gamble involved. And here's the detail almost no one shopping this SUV knows. Even as a second owner, non-certified used units carry a 5-year, 60,000-mile powertrain warranty. That's coverage almost nothing else in this price range offers. One buyer was about to overpay for a turbocharged competitor with a known cooling system issue before switching to this instead. More capability, better documented reliability, and thousands less spent. Before buying, check the oil condition, test the all-wheel drive at full lock in an empty lot for any binding, and take a real look at the third row. It tells you exactly how the rest of the vehicle was treated. Number 1, Toyota RAV4, the obvious pick and still the smartest total cost of ownership play on this entire list in 2026. 200,000 miles with basic care isn't remarkable here. It's routine, and it holds its value better than almost anything else in its class, which means the money you save now, you get a chunk of back later. Compare it to the other 2 standouts on this list. The Lexus is the shock, the Mazda is the bargain, but the RAV4 is the one that wins the long game, quietly every time. Check the rear liftgate seal for water intrusion, confirm the all-wheel drive engages smoothly, and take an honest look at interior wear before buying. So that's the list. 9 SUVs that all quietly drop below where they should be in 2026, while most buyers kept shopping the same 3 badges out of habit, not data. Which one surprised you the most? Drop it in the comments. And if this saved you from overpaying for the wrong one, you know what to do next.